Cyberpunk is known for offering up moral dilemmas that'll make you question whether or not you're a good person. With that being said, you could play the game as a villain. Most decisions you face have choices that range from negative to downright evil, so I went ahead and made a new save dedicated to doing an evil playthrough, despite how much hate I get on Reddit anytime I mention it. Now, Redditors are known for being quite soft and intolerant to anything they don't agree with, but some of these decisions will make Renegade Shepard look like a saint, so I can understand their dismay. The last one on this list is by far the most heinous decision you could make, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into 5 of the most evil choices in Cyberpunk 2077.
I forbade you from even breathing on that Militech convoy, so you call in your friend? To do it all behind my back? Is that it?
Uh-huh. That's exactly why I had V come and stand right in front of you. Do you think I'm that stupid?
I am starting to wonder.
Panam is the best and most loyal woman in Night City. She is quite literally a ride or die. Upon finishing the main story with Panam, she will ask you for help rescuing Saul from a Raffen camp. You can of course promise to help, but then straight up leave. Saul will end up dying, and Panam will want nothing to do with you. But that's not the evil choice here. After rescuing Saul, Panam wants you to help her rob a Militech convoy transporting a basilisk. Saul of course objects to this idea. You may not know it, but you actually have a choice to either help Panam or turn her in. At this point, Panam has put her complete trust in you. But you can find Saul and tell her what Panam is planning.
Panam swayed Cassidy, Carol, and the others to help her grab the basilisk.
Fuck! She will never learn.
I love Panam. You love Panam. We all love Panam. You'd have to be an absolute monster to come across a girl like that and then betray her. Those who hurt Panam deserve to have their minds devoured by the Blackwall. But you aren't betraying just Panam. You're betraying Panam, Mitch, Carol, Teddy, Bob, and Cassidy. You're also sending the Aldecaldos as a whole down a path that will ultimately end their entire clan. It's a pretty evil choice once you think about it.
Sure you're not being a little dramatic?
Do you know what, V? Fuck you.
So, yesterday. What was that exactly?
Judy's questline and romance feels the most natural and realistic out of all the other romance options. She wants your help finding and avenging Evelyn Parker, and after you successfully help her do so, or at least to the extent that Judy thinks so, she will ask you on a date to go diving in her hometown. Of course, you almost drown, but she rescues you and wants to sleep with you. Judy is extremely insecure and has abandonment issues, so the worst thing you could do is use her as a release and then abandon her. Well, Cyberpunk being Cyberpunk allows you to do just that. After you sleep with her and stay the night in her cabin, you'll wake up alone and find Judy outside sitting by the water. When you go to her, she'll ask you the infamous, "What are we?" You can tell her she was simply a distraction and nothing more, where she will go inside and cry.
Yeah, bye, V. Have a nice life.
There is an unwritten rule in Cyberpunk, and that's to not hurt Judy. So to do this, you'd have to be a special kind of evil.
So listen up. In a second, I'm gonna get up and walk a little, okay? When I call you, you'll start following me. But don't get too close, okay? We can't spook our guy.
There is a somewhat hidden side quest that you get at the end of the game called Every Breath You Take. You get this quest after completing Carrie's questline and ending the feud with Uscrax peacefully. Blue Moon will call you after a few days asking for your help dealing with a stalker. She'll take a walk around Kabuki Roundabout while you keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Red Menace is also on a nearby rooftop keeping an extra lookout. Blue Moon will be catcalled, approached by fans, and pose for a photo op. Her stalker is actually the girl in green named Green Cloud, the one who took the photo with her. You have many opportunities to confront or take out Green Cloud. She even goes into a gun store after taking a selfie with Blue Moon. Naturally, you'll kill or incapacitate Green Cloud, saving Blue Moon, where she will pay you and go back to Japan. But you don't have to actually stop her stalker. Green Cloud has no beef with you. You can simply lay down your arms and let Green Cloud kill Blue Moon. Afterwards, Green Cloud will shoot herself and Red Menace will come down and confront you. You could either apologize to Red Menace for failing, or you could tell her to shut her mouth.
You were supposed to protect her. How could you let this happen? How, you dumb bitch?
I don't like your tone. Better watch it.
The latter will piss Red Menace off something fierce, and she will try to kill you so you can just kill her too. Fortunately, you can't kill Purple Force 2, so there is a silver lining. Not that this has any lasting consequences. Both Carrie and Lena Molina act like they're still alive. but you did help Carrie and earn his trust just to murder his new partners. Not to mention completely betraying the trust that Blue Moon and Red Menace put in you, and Purple Force who was left all alone.
You satisfied? Was it worth it?
Yeah, we won.
Not what I was racing for!
This next one could be debatable. The bartender at the afterlife named Claire wants you to help her with some street races. But these street races aren't just any street races. They're American street races. They use guns. These races have one driver and one gunner. Claire needs a new driver because her last driver and husband died. You need to make top 3 in 2 out of the 3 races to make it to the finals for the big cash prize. This is what both you and Claire agreed on. This detail is important. Assuming you don't get dead last in every race, after the 3rd and final qualifier race, Claire will reveal the truth to you. She doesn't care about winning. She doesn't want the money. She wants you to kill the man who murdered her husband, even though he died by the rules of the race like everyone else. Well, you can tell Claire that you'll kill him by the rules of the race, but not straight murder the guy, and she will agree, and you can actually spare the guy's life and get 2 free cars. This is the best outcome for the quest. Or you could promise to help Claire kill him, and towards the end of the race, when Samson loses control of his car and leaves the track, you could follow him and help Claire either kill or spare the guy, or simply finish the race yourself and get the winning prize.
Your vengeance isn't my biz.
Well, your victory? I hope you fucking choke on it.
This can be viewed as a good option depending on the circumstances, but there is something that some people might overlook. Unless you're playing an Eastern version of the game, it's pretty obvious that Claire is transgender, and despite what any of our personal feelings on the subject are, Claire is still a person who is upset over the death of her husband, which Claire will tell you is the only man who ever actually loved her. And I don't mean out of some weird transgender fetish. Claire put her trust in you to help her find closure, but you chose the money instead. When you put it like that, betraying Claire seems like a very cruel thing to do. And if you wanted to take a step further, you could choose to betray Claire and intentionally throw the race, even though she seems to be a lot more angry if you actually win.
Fuck the race! He killed my husband! The only man I ever loved! The only man who ever loved me. Justice. You took that away from me.
Either way, Claire will refuse to serve you, and she'll even yell at you when you enter the afterlife.
You? No, you can leave. I'm not serving you a thing.
Go on, give a chum some space.
Right. Where have I heard that one before? They all say they want space, but what they really want to hear is, Muammar, is everything okay?
If you thought betraying the entire Aldecaldo clan was bad, then get a load of this. This last choice has to be by far the most evil thing you can do. While playing Phantom Liberty and exploring Dogtown, I'm sure you've seen these new vehicle gigs for El Capitan. He wants you to steal these marked cars from all around Night City and bring them to him. You can do this, I believe, an unlimited number of times. But after 7 of them, you'll get a new side quest where El Capitan wants you to steal an Arasaka medical truck. The reason for this is because Arasaka has essentially ruined water for the poor peeps in Santo Domingo. You can't grow up in the district without getting poisoned by your own drinking water. El Capitan explains that he wants to open a free clinic of sorts to help out the poor and sick people in Santo Domingo, so kids wouldn't have to grow up in a place where you can't even drink water. One of the reasons he's the best fixer in Night City. Once you start the mission, you'll meet with Officer Daniels at the docks, and you'll work together to sneak in and steal the truck. On your way out, you can either leave Daniels for dead, or you can stop and rescue him. But you'll lose some of the gear, and Daniels will be pretty upset about it. He actually wanted to die so that Santo Domingo could get those supplies. On your way back to El Capitan's garage, you will have to come across some bridges over some bodies of water. Well, let's just say hypothetically you wanted to drive the truck into the river, for funsies. Well, El Capitan will scold you hard for it, as the people in Santo Domingo are left to suffer. To add insult to injury, if you let Daniels die and then destroy the truck, Daniels died for nothing. If you successfully deliver the truck to El Capitan, he will message you a few days later telling you that they already performed like 17 surgeries, saving the lives of 17 kids. So that's 17 kids that I assume die if you destroy the truck. Fast forward 6 months, that's going to be a lot of people who will die because you decided to take a swim. There you have it. That was 5 of the most evil choices you could make in Cyberpunk. I'll be honest, making this video was unusually fun. I think I have awoken a darker side of me. Anyways, make sure to comment some more of the most evil decisions you can make in Cyberpunk, and subscribe for future Cyberpunk and RPG videos. Anyways, I'll see you later.